empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Feel like a dynamite, ready to explode right up in the sky. I need you to listen, I need you to hear, and don't show any fear. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. From town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. I'm walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan.
One more time in the Premier League this weekend, folks, we will be having a fixture. And that fixture is Bournemouth, who are against Fulham. What an intriguing Super Sunday it was yesterday, with two interesting games that were played out in their own ways by Liverpool, who very, very got away with one there. And the other, well, Newcastle in the second half did a right job. But tonight, the Cherries are up against Fulham.
Time for cities and towns to start dreaming again. Walking in the footsteps of giants.
Folks, welcome aboard to Realltom Football. My name is Tom, and I'll be bringing you the watch-along to episode before Bournemouth who take on Fulham live in the Premier League. If you do watch on the replay, please do make sure that you are leaving a like on the stream, hitting that subscribe button if you are new, and thank you very much indeed, folks, to everybody's joy is here today. Kickoff is coming your way, live and direct, at the time of 8 o'clock in the Premier League. I hope we're all doing well. One more fixture on this Premier League game week 32. With just 6 to go, can you believe that? And it comes from the Vitality. Still do. Welcome into Varun Gupta. How you doing? Good to see you. Welcome aboard. Right, folks. We have got 2 bets tonight that have been triggered, and we have got a correct score of 2-1 to Fulham. That is what I predicted will happen. However, there is also a price boosted £1.76 return of a 50p stake. SSC Napoli, Atletico Madrid and Bournemouth all to win. It's £1.76. If the correct score though is 2-1 to Bournemouth Fulham tonight, then I will get £5.75. And we've got Dibs tickets in play as well. Still got an ACCA insurance with a 50p free bet. That will be used on tomorrow's one for Tuesday in the UCL. And I've got that Coral one as well. So I may have the same ACCA insurance twice to give me double chances of winning. You never know. Obviously, the difference would be one would be worth £1, so more money would be won. However, none of them would have insurance because don't forget, if you use a free bet on an ACCA insurance, because the bet is free, you can't get a free bet back. So the insurance has to be wiped off. However, I am quite good at converting free bets, and you guys know that. So we'll see how that fares tomorrow. But here today, we have got ourselves a bit of Bournemouth against Fulham. I have predicted 2-1 to Bournemouth. I've also put my money towards it. Max, the stakes are just £1 tonight. Gone nice and simple. And of course, I had that £10 return yesterday off Liverpool and Newcastle, both getting their wins. But may I say that Liverpool did theirs in a rather narrow way. How shit were Liverpool in that second half? Oh dear. Yeah, Virgil van Dijk to the rescue for the Reds. It really was that. They got so lucky. Because West Ham equalised, and fortunately, they woke up and they responded quickly. Very, very fortunate Liverpool to get that win that game yesterday, I felt. And on the preview, obviously, I thought they were going to smash West Ham. But West Ham, well, Liverpool let them into the game, and they got their equaliser. Very lucky to win that game, Liverpool. Very lucky. The Newcastle game was an interesting one, actually, as well. It was muy interesante, I'll tell you. It was a very interesting game of football. Newcastle, on top for the majority of the first half. 1-0 up, bang. Oh, hang on a minute. Garnacho gets an equaliser for United. 1-1. Second half, though, Newcastle, 3 goals. Floor Manchester United. 4-1 defeat for United. Yeah. But neither of the games yesterday had that thrill factor, if you know what I mean. I wasn't thrilled by yesterday's Super Sunday. It was a thrilling preview, but dearie me. Yeah, they weren't thrilling, were they? That game was not thrilling. And I want thrilling. I didn't get it. Right, speaking of previews, let's have a look at the lineup and the preview information for Bournemouth as they take on Fulham. I don't even know what the score was in the reverse fixture of this. So let's go and have a look. PremierLeague.com. Away we go. Just that reminder then, loud and clear. Newcastle have got a game in hand. They will play again on Wednesday. Of course, our focus here on Realltom Football will be directly on Real Madrid against Arsenal, where we are 3-0 up. But for those who do want to watch that game in hand for Newcastle, it is live and direct to you guys on the Sky. And our game will be live on TNT. Quick check on the results then. Manchester City on Saturday, won 5-2 in the end from 2-0 down against Crystal Palace. Kevin De Bruyne starts their first half comeback, which saw them get 2-2 before half-time. 3 goals in the second half saw Manchester City beat Crystal Palace by 5 goals to 2. Brighton and Albion had the lead twice, but Leicester, who have scored goals for the first time this year, respond twice. And that was a great game, really. Not so much for Brighton, but Leicester responding twice and getting themselves a hard-earned and well-deserved point. Forest and Everton, a game that needs to be forgotten, really, for Forest and for us, really. 1-0 to Everton. Is that acceptable for Forest? No. There you go. Ramsdale saved a penalty for Southampton, but Villa came and won 3-0 in the end, got themselves that nice win. I'd rather not talk about Arsenal and Brentford. Chelsea drew 2-0 Ipswich. Ipswich nearly won that. Liverpool, as I said, very lucky to beat West Ham. 2-1. It says a lot. Well, it doesn't say that much, does it, actually? When you look at 2-1, you think, right, Liverpool have scored 2. Let West Ham got 1 back. No. This was a story of luck. Robertson own goal. But fortunately, for Liverpool's sake, I don't find it fortunate, but VVD saved them from absolute embarrassment. And when you look at the previous results, obviously, look at that. 5-0, 3-1. And in the Carabao Cup as well, quite often 4-0, 3-0. What was that? Got away with one, the Reds. Really got away with one. Newcastle, of course, beating Manchester United 4-1. A great win for Wolves as well, who beat Spurs 4-2. And they had a 2-0 lead a 2-goal lead 3 times in that game. They went 2-0 up. Spurs got 1 back. They restored that 2-goal lead. The same happened. And again, Wolves restored that 2-goal lead. Eventually, the scoring stopped at 4-2. Great win for Wolverhampton Wanderers yesterday. Quick check of the league table there for Bournemouth and Fulham. It is Fulham who sits higher in the table by 3 points as well. With that being said, Fulham can move on to 51 points and to within 3 points of Villa if they get the job done here today at the Vitality. Of course, a point for them would put them to within 5 points of Villa and on 49 points. 1 point clear of Brighton. Their goal difference anyway, though, is better than Brighton's. And Brighton, of course, had a negative result against opposition, Leicester. Leicester, by the way, hold the second worst goal difference in the Premier League. Moving on to Bournemouth, who do have a better goal difference than Fulham, and they can move level on points with Fulham and Brighton. And as I said, with that goal difference being better than both Fulham and Brighton, they would move themselves up to 8th, Bournemouth, with the 3 points today. And Newcastle can move up above Nottingham Forest if they get the job done against Crystal Palace. A point for them would also see them move up into 3rd because of Newcastle's superior goal difference of +3, which was accumulated by beating United 4-1. Obviously, for Crystal Palace, they can move on to 44 points with a draw at St James's Park, and that would put them to within 1 point of Bournemouth, depending on their result here today. With the 3 points, though, the points tally would be up to 46, and on the basis that Bournemouth lose today, they would be able to move themselves up to 10th in that game in hand for Newcastle and for Crystal Palace. Here we go then, your team news coming up for Bournemouth against Fulham. We will not be live for the Newcastle Crystal Palace game. That is why I have previewed the league table on that fixture today. Moving into your team news then, both teams play a 4-2-3-1 formation. Kepa Arrizabalaga in goal for the Cherries. A back four today, Dean Huijsen, Milos Kerkez, Marcos Senesi and Adam Smith. Plays behind the defensive midfield two of Lewis Cook and Tyler Adams. Then the attacking midfield three sees Antoine Semenyo alongside Alex Scott and Dongo Watara leading the front though by himself. Is your lone striker of Evanilson on your bench. For the Cherries tonight is going to be Will Dennis. He is not the second choice goalkeeper, I don't think. Julio Soler, Julian Araujo, James Hill, Ilya Zabani, David Brooks, Marcus Tavernier, Ben Winterburn and Daniel Jebison. Moving into the Fulham lineup, it's Bert Leno begins in goal. A back four today of Calvin Bassey, Joachim Anderson, Timothy Castagna and Anthony Robinson. Plays behind a midfield once again split into two parts. A defensive two firstly of Sasa Lukic and Sander Berger. Plays behind your attacking three of Ryan Sessegnon, who I believe makes his second successive start alongside Alex Iwobi, and Andreas Pereira, then leading the front by himself. He's a lone striker of Rodrigo Muniz, once again starting over Raul Jimenez, who's on the bench alongside Willian, Stephen Bender, Kenny Tete, Georgia Quensa, Harrison Reed, Tom Kearney. Interesting quiz with him earlier on the Sky Sports YouTube channel. Emil Smith-Rowe. So Bournemouth have had a rocky road of reason. They did get themselves a point against West Ham. How will they fare today at the Vitality Stadium against Fulham? The last time they played at the Vitality, bear in mind, they did lose 2-1 to Ipswich. The question is, though, what can the Cherries do on this Monday night? So just going through the team is now on Sky, and they will be all set for your kickoff at the Vitality Stadium. And don't forget, guys, this is not the end of the content this week. Of course, your content will continue. Like last week, it was Saturday all the way through to Wednesday. It'll be exactly the same this week with Champions League action on tomorrow and Wednesday. Of course, that huge clash between Real Madrid and Arsenal will be deeply watched by me live on this YouTube channel. And tomorrow we're going to see PSG as they visit Aston Villa at Villa Park with a 3-1 lead. That's Champions League action Tuesday and Wednesday, and then Thursday and Friday I will be absent, but back again on Saturday for Premier League action. So as current, our schedule sits in the format of Premier League and Champions League. Of course, if Aston Villa or Arsenal get knocked out of the Champions League at any time, then we may decide to start factoring in UEFA Europa League / UEFA Conference League. And dependent on whether or not my two wonderful co-hosts for the podcast that I'm planning to do are available tomorrow. You may get a Champions League podcast as well tomorrow, released around about 3-4 p.m. And that is dependent on, as I said, whether or not my two co-compatriots are going to be available. So the final team huddles are taking place at the Vitality, and we are just about ready to go. And for Bournemouth right now, they're on a rocky road, as I said. The last result at the Vitality Stadium was a 2-1 defeat to Ipswich Town. Look no further than me, Nick Knack. If you need a stream for the match, go right ahead to this one right here, ppv.wtf. And that will be the place where you can find your stream. Oh, watch along, did you mean? Did you mean a watch along? Can you watch the match? Are you okay for that? I'll delete that comment temporarily because I think you might have not. Yeah. And just a reminder as well, ahead of kickoff here, Premier League players are taking the knee ahead of kickoff this weekend and the last. With the reminder loud and clear, there is no room for racism in our beautiful game. If you do see here or encounter upon any form of racial discrimination, you must challenge it, report it, or change it. Or if you don't like to remember it that way, I most certainly don't. You can use the 3 S's that you'd see on the railway. That's see it and say it, and then it's sorted. You can see the racism, or you can hear it, then you say it to a member of to a person of authority, or somebody who can deal with it, and then it's sorted. You can see it, you can say it, it's sorted. The 3 S's is a great way to remember how to do things. But the simple way of putting it is racism needs to be cut out of society and football as soon as possible. Semenyo's robbed. Oh, what a start! Lightning start, and in less than a minute, the Cherries are ahead. Semenyo clinical. The Cherries lead early on. What a start to this game. Cool. Well, that's the start we want to a watch along. That's the start we want to a football match. Inside just 1 minute, we've got a goal. Arsenal. And trust me, Nick Knack. Trust me, it is going to be one very, very difficult night on Wednesday. But if we can hold out and keep our 3-0 aggregate scoreline intact in the way of leading, so nothing more than a 2-0 defeat, then I will be celebrating. Not necessarily. Arsenal are 3-0 ahead against Real Madrid, so we'll have to wait and see. It's still going to be one heck of a nervy night. Because no Premier League team, no team in the world is going to like a trip to the Bernabeu, but we have to stand strong and we have to really try and just, park the bus, literally, just defend whatever. Just don't concede goals and we'll be fine. Don't concede any more than 2. Arsenal camp all day, mate. I'm neutral to this. But I am in the camp of a 2-1 Fulham win. I have put a 50p on a correct score for 2-1 to Fulham. That will return me £5.75. Also, we've got a price boosted one in play. SSC Napoli, Atletico Madrid, and AFC Bournemouth all to win. 50p will return £1.76. Oh, Arteta out all day. Yeah, I'm Arteta out, mate. Believe you me, I'm Arteta out. I'm liking the profile picture you've got, I have to say. Are you a YouTuber yourself? Nick Knack? Are you a YouTuber yourself? You've got an interesting profile picture. Poll so far, by the way, 4 votes, 25% backing Bournemouth to win, 25% backing Fulham, 50% though think a draw. Just a lurker. Fair enough, mate. How you doing, Kate Jonathan? Good to see you. Welcome aboard. Champions League coming. Yep. I mean, you've got a good chance. I mean, don't get me wrong. If you win your game in hand, you're above Forest, or you draw. I wouldn't call myself a pro, but there you go. Yes, a big game in hand, though, as I said, for Newcastle. Only, well, basically, if you avoid defeat to Crystal Palace, you guys will be above Forest by goal difference. If you win against Crystal Palace, you will go above Forest by, I believe, 2 points. And high hopes to win. Indeed. Right attitude. We will win on Wednesday night. Crystal Palace do tend to cause a bit of trouble for their opposition sometimes, but I'm sure that Newcastle, knowing that they can go above Forest with a win, will be unfazed by Crystal Palace's track record against bigger sides, except for Manchester City. We've already beaten them once. We've beaten them 2-0 at the Emirates previously, so I have high hopes. And trust me, if we do get through, I will be attending the second leg, no matter what, because the second leg will be live at the Emirates Stadium. And Evan Ilston twisting and turning. Yeah, I think that might be a hard one for you. I'm going to go for a 2-2 draw. Yes, I don't think there is a 12:30 kickoff this Saturday coming. If that is the case, I can sing whoop-de-doo to that. There is no 12:30 kickoff. Yes, this coming weekend there is no 12:30 kickoff. Yeah, the league phase. Yeah, that's it. League phase. Yeah, 2-0. We won. By the way, we do have a week of reprieve, I would say, from UCL. It looks like that way anyway. Tuesday the 22nd, Wednesday the 23rd are games in hand. So that's Manchester City against Aston Villa and Arsenal against Crystal Palace. And then I believe it is the week commencing the 28th. So when the first legs of the Champions League semi-finals take place. So I think next week, a week or so, let's say a week tomorrow, it's games in hand in the Premier League that we'll have. So from Saturday the 19th of April, that's this Saturday, all the way through till Wednesday the 23rd of April, it'll be straight through Premier League action. And we'll have all of it as well. Spurs, Nottingham Forest, City Villa, Arsenal Palace. And all of the action as well in the Premier League from this point onwards is live on Sky Sports. And that will remain the same up until Saturday the 26th of April when Chelsea play Everton live on TNT. And on that particular Saturday, there is no game at 5:30. He is. I agree. I do agree with you. But yes, folks, from now until the end of the season, it is going to be a lot of Premier League action coming your way. Oh, lovely. Bet that was great. Well, I hope to have those same experiences, you know what I mean? And next season, you know, as I said, I'm going to be upping my game a little bit because I'm working hard to get a paid job, you know, so that I can fund more and more football experiences. And next season, I do plan to visit every single Arsenal 3 p.m. game that takes place. And that will also be a 100% home cup record again for next season. That will be definitely retained, 100% home cup record. And then for this season, the only thing I'm planning to do, if we get through against Real Madrid, I will attend that Champions League second leg at the Emirates. And that will be my final hurrah for the season. It was great. Yeah, I can imagine. No. I don't have a passport right now because I simply can't afford one. Semenyo in the first minute. Great start, by the way. What a start it was. But yes, all of my plans for next season will be unveiled in full, you know what I mean, on a video for you guys. But I'm just giving you the details now. Obviously, of course, you know, as I said, you know what I mean, I will be integrating Premier League fixtures into my Arsenal visits. So do bear that in mind. That'll be also a selection of fixtures against specific sides, even if the games are on telly. For example, any games against Brighton, I would probably attend from next season because of Luke. And yeah, any 3 p.m. or non-televised games, to basically for my viewing experience, I will attend instead of just try and fight with the streaming sites. I don't mind fighting with the sites when it's not my club, but and even though, of course, you know, most cup games now for Arsenal, you know what I mean, all Carabao Cup games are now on television on Sky, and only a small number of FA Cup ties aren't televised, I still will attend any home cup ties and selected away cup ties as well. That is pretty much my plans for next season. And I'm also hoping if I can get a job to get that new camera as well sorted for you guys by the time it's FA Cup time. Because in the FA Cup, Arsenal like to go out early. Of course, though, I will continue my visits. And I am dead excited as well for the fixture release this year because obviously, you know, I can start to get a picture in my head nice and early. You know what I mean? Where I'll be going, when. So it's going to be all just exciting times. You know what I mean? I'm really looking forward though to the fixture release, which is the Wednesday, the 18th of June. At 9 o'clock, bear that in mind. Wednesday, the 18th of June at 9 o'clock, Premier League fixtures are being released. And at 9 a.m, by the way, just for reference to that. 0900 hours on Wednesday, the 18th of June, 2025. Yeah. I think I'm calling a Fulham comeback. I'm saying 2-1 Fulham. I've got a 50p bet on Fulham to win 2-1, so see how that goes, eh? Away the lads, Geordie. Game in hand on Wednesday. The chance to go above Forest if you fail. If you avoid defeat against Crystal Palace. Win or draw by goal difference, you'll be above Forest. Because of their failure to beat Everton on Saturday. I would say so, yeah. I do think at the minute Fulham are operating at a higher level than Bournemouth. I think Bournemouth have hit that kind of rocky spell, which exposes them a bit. Oh, that's hit the underside of the bar from Ev Adelson. Wow, so close to being that second goal. It is only a loan deal, you're right. Geordie agrees with me. So, chat, let me know in the comments below. Just in case I don't get a podcast out tomorrow. I don't know yet. As I said, I am thinking of doing a UCL podcast. It's all dependent on whether or not at least one of my two compatriots is available at the time I requested. So we'll see. But yeah, do you think PSG are going to get through against Villa, or will Villa produce a comeback? Remember, Villa are 2 down. 3-1 is the aggregate score. It won't be. When's that? Tuesday. Nick Nat thinks Villa have no chance. Yeah, anything that happens on Wednesday, by the way, I ain't interested in, all right? Nothing on Wednesday will go through my brain. I can promise you that. My brain will be focused just on Bernabeu. With understandable reason. Oh, okay. Not quite champions of the world, but you are the champions of the EFL, shall we say. Technically you are, because you've won the biggest EFL Cup competition, which is the Carabao Cup. Yes, that is bigger than the Virtue Trophy, for reference. So you are the champions of the EFL, because that's, well, yeah. I love the Carabao Cup. And I want Arsenal to win it next time. Oh, man, we got so close, didn't we? Oh, my God, we got so close. We got so close. I don't think it's the Mickey Mouse Club. I wanted to win it. I'll be honest with you, straight, guys. I would have put the Carabao Cup over the Champions League. No offence to the Champions League, but I would have put that over the Champions League all day. I wanted to win the Carabao Cup. I wanted to win the Premier League. But I am being forced to want the Champions League now, because that is it. It's Champions League or nothing for us. No, we're having it. We're having it. I want it. I want it. I'm still upset that I couldn't go to Wembley because of you guys. Don't forget that. Sunday the 16th of March, I should have been the one walking down Wembley Way. Not you, but there you go. You went to Wembley at our expense. But well done. You beat Liverpool, the grudges let go of. Sort of. Yeah, bless him, he's in hospital, man. Yeah, Saturday, David Jones announced on Sky ahead of the Arsenal-Brentford game that, he was in hospital. And yeah, yesterday he wasn't there at St James's. Hopefully he's okay. I'm not surprised because he obviously Jonathan works for the Newcastle as a steward, so yeah, you might get the insider information. So Tara to Milos Kerkez. Yes, best wishes for Eddie Howe, indeed. Absolutely spot on, Nick Nat. Yes, actually on the interview yesterday, Jason Tindall did pull a bit of a funny face when the interviewer, I think it was Patrick Davison, correct me if I'm wrong, asked, sort of hinted at the fact there might have been some previous issues that have flared up again. Jason Tindall did pull a face when that was said, so maybe it is a previous issue flaring back up. I don't know, but whatever it is, we hope he's well, gets well. If Hamilton couldn't quite, no, yeah. Cook. Absolutely, yeah. I mean, let's face it. It probably would be Nicolas Jovert, wouldn't it? Manning us, I take it. If Arteta was out, I think Specs has gone anti whatever his name is. I don't know. Kerkez caught Caught by Sessegnon. Yeah, it's an elbow in the face. It's accidental. Pneumonia. Oh dear. So it's definitely not a recurring thing then. I don't think... well, pneumonia is just a random thing, I think, that comes up comes up at any time for any person. Well, hopefully he gets better. Scott had a swing there, and Evan Nilsson digs out the shot. Humongous appeals to Michael Oliver for handball there. Oh, he's turning his back. His arms tucked in. Yeah, no penalty. I can imagine. Seems like that type of guy, doesn't he? Bournemouth's corner. And it's onto the roof of the net via deflection. And it will be another corner for the Cherries. Second Bournemouth corner, successively followed up by Cook and scooped wide. Yes, you can most certainly refer to him as that. Now he's won you a trophy for the first time in 70 odd years. Longo, Ouattara, Kirkes. Pixel Outplay FM, welcome to you. How you doing? Who do you support? Welcome into you. Good evening to Ryan Rosalini. Hey, looking fantastic tonight. Thank you. Yes, I would argue against that. I mean, I don't think I'm looking fantastic, but fair enough. This part of my mouth don't feel fantastic either. I have had a bit of an up and down kind of gum. I do sense there's a wisdom tooth cutting through there. I've sensed it for months. There's been a huge on this side of the mouth. I've got two through at the top. Nothing feeling there. But yeah, this one, just here, I can feel a tooth is trying to cut through. So yeah, my third wisdom tooth is starting to make the gum go a bit thin, shall we say. And I can feel it. Yeah, so it's wisdom teeth. This one on this side, it hasn't really cut through. You can feel it. It is there, but it hasn't cut through. This one on this side has cut through very well. That one's almost fully out. No, it just feels. I can just feel it. And then on this side, yeah, That one is on the verge of cutting through. You can feel it. And like I said, the gum has sort of got a bit floppy. If you put your tongue on it and you leave it there for a couple of seconds, a bit of liquid does come. So I feel like there is a tooth cutting through there. It's not affecting me. It's not affecting me. I can still eat all that lot, you know what I mean? Like, I can still drink and all that lot, you know what I mean? But yeah, it sounds like a boring game, that, actually. Oh, that's a mistake, and Muniz is onto it and through. Drags it wide, though. When I put my tongue on the area, there most certainly is a tooth there. Yeah, still. Nothing. Didn't hurt. It doesn't hurt. As I say, I just can sense that there is a tooth waiting to cut through. And I felt the bump for ages. I just wanted to cut through now, you know what I mean? I want that gum to go and I want it to cut through, do you know what I mean? The good thing is that there might not be a problem, to be fair, because the two at the top have come through fine. Okay, that one on the right, yeah, it's not cut through very far. However, it's not bothering me. This one here is cut through very, very well. I don't know, mate. Yeah. And I think in the near future, I'll start to feel something on that side of the mouth as well, the right-hand side. But at the minute, it's all about that side. Yeah, no feeling there, as I say, so nothing's wrong on the top at all. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if commentary nicked it, to be fair, under Big Frank. It won't be. The block from Alex Scott has led to a Fulham corner. In by Pereira, and Muniz head straight into the gloves of Kepa. In this game, in that game or the other one. Well, the last 5 shots have been Fulham ones. That is a concern if you are the Bournemouth point of view. Yeah, so it'll be a 1 game or a 2 game ban, I think. Kirkes. Ouattara. I do think Fulham will come back in the second half. Yo, Fraser. How you doing? Good to see you. Welcome on to you. Very, very lucky yesterday, Liverpool, weren't they? Smith has won a corner. Smith, yeah. Yeah, Bournemouth come back. Fulham come back. I'm sensing, mate. 2-1. I'm sticking to that. 2-1. Fully Champions League focus, mate. Well, there is Eddie Howe in that picture on the stand. It won't be. Approximately 9 minutes to go until half-time. Ryan Sessegnon's header straight into the gloves of Kepa. Ooh, what's this? How will my journey be affected by Easter? Oh, it's the bank holidays, yes. So, for anybody wanting to use Avanti services on Easter, Good Friday, it's London Euston with less frequent trains, Scotland with less frequent trains, Manchester less frequent trains, Liverpool is on check before you travel, West Midlands will have less frequent trains, again the Northwest check before you travel, North Wales change at Crewe, other AWC destinations check before you travel. For Saturday the 19th, it's London Euston with replacement buses, Scotland with replacement buses, Manchester's got longer journeys, Liverpool is checked before you travel, less frequent trains to the West Midlands, Northwest is less frequent trains, and North Wales again change at Crewe. And then for the other destinations, it's checked before you travel. And then for Sunday, the 20th of April, Easter Sunday, London Euston and Scotland, as well as Liverpool, are all on replacement buses. Manchester has got longer journeys, West Midlands with the less frequent trains. Again, for the Northwest, less frequent trains. North Wales is change at Crewe. And for Easter Monday, it's London Euston and Scotland on replacement buses. Manchester is longer journeys. Liverpool will be checked before you travel. West Midlands, less frequent trains. Northwest, less frequent change. North Wales, change at Crewe. So just bear that in mind, folks, for the football this weekend of the trains. Goal kick, yeah. Kirk has good defending. 5 minutes to go before the break. Fulham still 1-0 up. The last 6 shots have come though from the Cottagers. Fouled by Evan Nilsson there. Three minutes to go before the break. Coventry corner. Says Pixel. Robertson Fulham corner. Pereira. Being it will be a yeah, I know, that's all right, mate. Yeah. There's a problem here for Joachim Andersen. Senesi, that is... He stood to show him. Might be right, yeah, might be right. In by Pereira. Wasn't clever, put it that way. Matara. Oh. Because Tyler Adams, 2 additional minutes are going to be added on at the end here of this first half. I think Bournemouth going 1-0, 2-goal comeback second half, Fulham. That's my prediction. Final minute of the 2 added on. Chance for a Bournemouth second, Alex Scott. It was turned around by Leno. Will be a corner. Yeah, I'm going 2-1, 5.75 if Fulham win 2-1. If Bournemouth, Napoli and Atletico win though, £1.76. I would much prefer the £5.75 with obviousness added to that. Got a pound free bet as well, Coral Football Super Series. Half time. And the end of the first half sees Bournemouth's first minute opener. Yes, I do. We stream many times different games. In fact, we have We have 1,000 videos plus. I am 19. And this channel was refurbished to a football channel on the 19th of July 2021. So I've been going for about 4 years now. Would you believe? Don't tell me what to do, mate. I'm trying to quit, but I'm not quite there yet. Once they ban disposables, I guarantee that'll make me quit. Because I cannot be arsed with liquids. I had a liquid one, couldn't be arsed with it. Right, what should we talk about for the half-time period, eh? Because I honestly don't know. Let's have a look where's the match and see what... Just have a browse, see what's happening. Not really. I sold my... I bought an Xbox for 100 quid. Sold it within about 4 months. I may get another one, but I don't know yet. Completely discretionary that as well, as to whether or not I get another one. Fortnite is crap, mate. That is an interesting one, actually. At the Emirates, I think that is going to be as well. Arsenal women against the Foxes. That one will also be available for free to air on Sky Max. Borussia Dortmund against Barcelona is live on TNT Sports if you want to give that one a watch tomorrow. Salford City will take on Doncaster. That is League 2 action on Sky Plus. But live on Prime is where we'll be for Villa against PSG. And then for Wednesday's action, it is there are no EFL games live on broadcasting lists. We've got Newcastle against Crystal Palace in the Premier League, but of course, my full focus will be at the Bernabeu, where Arsenal take on Real Madrid. Inter Milan are against Bayern Munich. That is on TNT Sports 2 HD. And for your Thursday action, which is the Europa League and Conference League, I will not be involved in any Europa League stuff until Arsenal or Aston Villa are knocked out of the Champions League. But your games that you might want to watch are 5:45, Fiorentina against NK Celje. Conference League again. Conference League it will be Jagiellonian Bielefeld versus Real Betis. Both of those on Extra. And maybe Discovery Plus as well, not sure. And then in the 8 o'clocks, we've got Athletic Bilbao against Rangers, TNT2. If you want to watch Spurs, it's free for TNT. Eintracht Frankfurt against Spurs. Lazio against Bodo Glimt on Extra. Manchester United will face Olympic Lyonnais at Old Trafford, TNT1, TNT Ultimate. The Arsenal, through and through. And if you want to watch Chelsea against Legia Warsaw in the second leg in the Conference League, that is on 4. There's also a game live on Sky in League 2, Bradford City against Notts County. And your Friday night action. I forgot. It's a bloody bank holiday, ain't it? So yes, plenty of action throughout the National League and the entire of the EFL on Friday and Monday, I presume. And Oxford United against Leeds United is going to be 8 o'clock in the Championship as well. Real Madrid Arsenal. Yes, I am. Well, look, I don't think I'll be doing anything on that. I don't think I'll be doing any of that action on Good Friday at all. I think I'm probably going to stick to my word that I said. Like I said, I'll be doing Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday this week. Let's have a look into Saturday just to confirm that there is going to be no EFL action that day. Yeah, no, there isn't going to be any EFL action. Hearts against Aberdeen, though, is in the Scottish Cup final. If you want to give that one a watch, we'll be live there from 3 p.m. With options, which include Brentford against Brighton, Crystal Palace against Bournemouth, Everton against Manchester City, or West Ham as they take on Southampton. And then it'll be 5:30, and it will be Aston Villa against Newcastle. Looking ahead to your Super Sunday. On Super Sundays, Ipswich against Arsenal at 2 o'clock. Fulham against Chelsea and Man United Wolves also will be taking place at 2 o'clock. The West London derby. In the Premier League, the Leicester against Liverpool will be live at 4:30. And in the Bundesliga as well, there'll be Borussia Dortmund against Borussia Mönchengladbach. Let's go on to Monday. I want to have a look at Monday now. I want to have a look at Easter Monday and see what's happening on Easter Monday, because Good Friday has got EFL action. That would be pretty brutal, wouldn't it, though, if they were making people play Good Friday and Easter Monday. Arsenal, of course, for the Premier League, that's not the case. And oh dear, yeah. Yep, EFL action again on that Monday. Newport County against Walsall. Oh, a lot of championship. Wow. Jesus Christ, that is a lot of action, guys, on that Easter Monday. However, if you want to watch Burnley against Sheffield United, that one will be live on ITV1 and ITVX, as well as Sky Sports Football, Sky Sports main event. But we'll be just sailing past all that, and we'll be watching Spurs against Nottingham Forest. Tuesday 22nd, it will be Man City against Aston Villa live with us. And then Wednesday the 23rd, 2 Wednesdays in a row for Arsenal. It's going to be Arsenal against Crystal Palace at 8 o'clock. Yes. Just about, yeah. Oh, bloody hell, yeah, it is nearly second half, isn't it? Blimey, O'Reilly. Right, I need to... right, give me 1 moment, folks. I'm just going to quickly pop to the loo. Back in a moment. Second half is about to get going. Now I'm almost ready. Quick swig of Coke as well before we get going, and then I'll be ready. Oh, Sky exclusive. What's this then? I've seen this advertised before. Last of Us. Exclusive to Sky Atlantic. And another advert as well. Twisters. Sky Cinema. There's the Hull City one. There you go, live on Sky Plus. No Sky Football, sorry. Hull City 0, Coventry City 0. And at the Vitality, our teams are coming back through the tunnel. We are just about ready to go for the second half at the Vitality. Before that, a quick Betfred advert before the second half. And Betfred are the bookie, if you remember rightly, that I placed one Acca insurance with, and I claimed 25 quid off that and never returned. And that was back in the Euro 2024. Here though, second half time, Vitality Stadium. And there is a half-time change. It's for Bournemouth. It is Marcos Zanetti, who is being replaced by Ilya Zabani. Might have been that card that was nearly a red. Second half has restarted. Here we go. Goal for Coventry City. I will confirm that now. Napoli, by the way, are 2-0 up against Empoli, half-time in Madrid. It is Atletico Madrid leading 2-1 against Real Valladolid, and we'll move down to that Coventry City game, checking on the score now. For Coventry City, and yes, Coventry City have taken the lead at Hull 4 minutes into that second half. And it's an own goal by Chris Hughes, which has put the Frank Lampard's men 1-0 up at Hull. A little bit of a fun fact to you about Hull. Hull is the cheapest city living in the UK, still to this day. Hull is the cheapest city living in the UK. And Sessegnon's stolen it. Here's Iwobi for Robinson. And Scott was there. Semenyo's run that out of play. Yeah, it's going to be a Fulham front. Well, you can hear me. Hull is the cheapest city to live in the UK. And I know you can hear me, and I definitely will not repeat myself, mate. Because my microphone is pumping out at green bars, mates. Like, yeah, Checking it on StreamYard. Yeah, my mic is green bars all the way, back and forth, measuring my voice. Well, I won't repeat myself, mate. And a burger. I'm good, thanks, mate. I've repeated myself twice already. You can replay the stream, mate. I don't need to say it again. If your device is having audio issues, then that's up to you, mate. Injury here for Allison. Don't think they're quite champions, are they? Burgers rolled that out there. Robinson. Just a bit ahead of Lukic. That's for commentary a missed. Semenyo's providing width down the right. He's got an overlap of Smith, which is ignored. Smith's probably offside now, isn't he? No. So, free kick for Fulham. Robbins to take the throw in. By Anderson. Kate and Jonathan, welcome back in. How you doing? Good to see you and welcome aboard. Still 1-0 to Bournemouth. 10 minutes or so into the second half, but actually in 9. See you later, Matt. Have a good one. Across the face, a goal from Ouattara. No. Actually, yes, there's been a few. There was that one in the first half, wasn't there? Yeah. Let me have a look at my stats quickly. Yeah, that one yellow card. Yeah, just one. Brandished by Michael Oliver so far. Yeah, I think they will. I've just put in Josh's chat 4-0. It's 4-0 PSG tomorrow. Won't happen, but there you go. Sessignon, pull on the shirt, Zivani. Your day is a foul. Well, I can see Raul Jimenez stood next to Marco Silva. Yeah, he's live doing some sort of Villa stream, podcast, chat thing. So what's going on here then? So Sessignon's gone off. So there's a problem with the substitution board, I think. So eventually the substitutions were done. By Lukic. Calvin Bassey. From Kearney. We've hit the hour mark at the Vitality. Still 1-0 to Bournemouth. Will that change? Fulham in the past have come up with late comebacks. Will there be one of those today? You would fancy them to, considering Bournemouth have not knocked on the door too much for a second goal. Yeah, that's a foul all day. Yeah, really clumsy for Robinson, who gets a yellow card. Cook. Smith. Anderson. Marcus Tavernier on to replace Alex Scott here. Have a trial rate. It won't be. It won't be. Oh, saved by Kappa Arrizabalaga was a good one. Ball in from Kenny. And the card there for Kenny. Here's Robinson. Robinson to Kearney. So under a lot of pressure. Fulham are trying, aren't they? Adama Traore. Lovely ball flick wide for Robinson. And the flag's up. Plenty of intensity from Fulham. But Bournemouth still hold that lead that they took in the first minute. Kepa will see a bit of treatment there. I think he's okay. Robinson to Iwobi. Kearney crosses dug out well. Traore arrived. Flag might have gone up there. Offside, off target anyway. Robinson. Fulham do like to score late goals, and Kearney nearly did. Straight at Kepa though. Traore's going out for a throw. Yes, sir. Played it in there. Taken out by Kenny Jimenez. Away by the goal scorer, Semenyo. The goal scorer a long time ago. But he is, so far, the game's only goal scorer. Bassi to Iwobi. Iwobi, nice move. Smith throws touch. If Bournemouth do retain the 3 points here by goal difference, they will be ahead of Fulham in the table. So to Robinson. Eleven minutes to go. Fulham in search of at least an equaliser. Traore looks to be tripped by Semenyo there. Free kick not given or no. Yeah. Looks to simulate it. No. Random. No. Ooh. VAR screen has come on. Checking for a possible penalty. Leno, it's looking like it is. Looks to get the ball there for me. Yeah. Check complete. So corner kick, shortly taken. And it'll be a 1. Throw. Too much on it. And time's ticking down. Throw to Jimenez and Ouattara with the interception. Willian, though, might have nicked that back. Not quite taking it fully off Ouattara. That's played short, though, and intercepted by Smith Rowe. Fulham have 5 minutes plus added time to get themselves back into this. It's a good challenge by Adams, but stepped onto by Anderson, and then Adams has pulled out of a challenge. Yeah, it's going to be a yellow card. First shot out of play. The fact of the matter is, Fulham have had about 88 minutes since the goal to respond, and but they haven't. See, Bournemouth should not be able to hold a 1-0 lead from minute 1 all the way to minute 90, should they? But unless the Cottagers respond rather quickly from this point, that is the reality. Against a not-so-good Bournemouth side at the minute. But they're known for late goals, and they might be able to force a late comeback here. We're talking late, though. 3 minutes and 20 remain. Willian. Good interception by Iwobi. It's a bit wayward, that, yeah. Bassi. Yeah, but a little bit careless passing. Kearney to Willian. Worked out wide left well. Ball clips in nicely. And on by Kearney, and Jimenez was going for it. Last touch off the Bournemouth defender. It'll be a corner to Fulham. Kearney should try and shoot there for me. Willian. But the palms of Kepa. He picked up by Smith-Rowe here. Not onto Iwobi. Now onto Iwobi. Wide left to Willian. Kearney. For Willian. Well, here's the counter break, and Bassi's got back at Ouattara well. It's great defending, very quick, steps in front, and gets it back to his goalkeeper. And keeps Fulham in the game. Well, the goal scorer on 53 seconds has been withdrawn here, I think. And that goal, unless anything changes from this point, is going to be the winner. Julio Soler will replace him. Drops for Ouattara. Quickly cleared by Fulham. Worked by Kearney. Here's Smith-Rowe. And now Iwobi on the left. Willian. Iwobi's overlaps him. And now it is Iwobi. Smith-Rowe. Iwobi's darted in field. And it misses everybody, that pass, although picked up nicely by Castagna. Jimenez, can he sort out his feet? Traore back to Jimenez. Right across the face of goal. And Castagna and Iwobi. Ooh, meaty challenge. There's a lot of bodies back as well. Well, the clock struck 90. And a minimum of 5 more minutes is in order here. And that's how long Fulham have to complete any form of comeback if they are to do so. They've had plenty of time. And 5 minutes more is all they'll be given. Smith-Rowe, that's blindly played. I'm surprised Bassi hasn't gone to retrieve there. Ouattara's picked it up. Smith, he's turned back on himself though there. Robinson's got that covered, I think. Yeah, Cleared well. Well, if we're going to check on the Napoli score, I think, yeah, Napoli have won 3-0 against Empoli. Right now, Atletico Madrid lead 4-2 against Real Valladolid. So if Bournemouth hold on to these 3 points, we will claim £1.76 back from the bookies with that price boost of 50p stake, returning £1.76. It's Willian onto Robinson. And Kepa claims well. He might have hurt himself actually there. Well, like I said, if Bournemouth come out with the 3 points here, they've had the lead from 53 seconds, meaning that, well, in total, I had to endure over 90 minutes, including added time, with that lead, and they've protected it. But would you argue that Fulham have not quite done their best to try and get themselves back into it? I would say so. Would I say Bournemouth deserved the win? I'm not sure. If Fulham would have been a bit better with the chances, a bit more clinical with the passing as well, probably would be 2-1 to Fulham. Probably would have come back. I think it's just a lucky win for Bournemouth, because Fulham simply have not managed to find a way. And they got that early goal, which has won them the game. Almost. Probably will have an extra minute because of that stoppage there with Kepa there. Jimenez, Willian, on for Robinson down that left. Good tackle by Smith. Slid in well. Last minute amount of time. Gone over the 5 minutes. we're about to hear the full-time whistle, I think. Well, there might be one last chance. We're still playing on. Kenny's loose touch. "98 minutes and 7 seconds is how long that Bournemouth have had the lead in this match. And that's how long Fulham had to respond. They didn't do so. And Semenyo's goal on 53 seconds seals an unexpectedly rare Bournemouth victory here. Final score, Bournemouth 1, Fulham 0. Okie dokie then. Charles is not happy after that result, I'm sure. Let's have a quick check on what's coming up for you guys over the course of the midweek. And we will be here for you guys live and direct on Tuesday and Wednesday. Tomorrow it is going to be live on Prime for PSG, who go to Aston Villa with a 3-1 lead. And of course, for the Arsenal, it is a trip to the Bernabeu on Wednesday night, holding a 3-0 advantage. Can we get the job done? I bloody hope so. From me here tonight, I'm signing out. Have a good night, folks. See you all tomorrow live and direct, 7:45 p.m. for PSG as they go to Villa Park. Remember, that one is live on Amazon Prime Video.
Walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul.